They're running in the All-American Futurity NFL.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. I'm Tim Keithley with the big announcement that the rest of the Ruidoso Downs Race Meet will be held at the Downs in Albuquerque. We'll tell you all about that in just a moment. Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, Paragon Farms, Lip Chip, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, Kiss My Hawks, the AQHA, and the New Mexico Horse Breeders Association. We'll be right back and tell you all about this big news as we're headed to Albuquerque when the Triple Crown Report returns.
The American Quarter Horse. They represent a new year, new opportunities, and exciting expectations to be winners. For over 30 years, Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency has insured American quarter horses that include champions and their bloodlines. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency knows that your horse represents a large investment. Ensuring that investment will be the least overall expense an owner has in protecting that investment, whether it's a new foal, a new purchase, or a special runner. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency offers prospective full coverage to protect your investment from the very beginning, while in utero, and when your foals are born. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency can insure them at 24 hours of age. Their family has made supporting the American Quarter Horse a priority. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency is proud to be a Triple Crown Report sponsor. Visit their website at jonesbloodstockinsurance.com for more information.
Kavanaugh Quarter Horses is proud to own AQHA champion Uncle D. His first crop to race has already produced a Grade 1 winner.
It is Heaven's Uncle with the advantage to the inside. Heaven's Uncle will get there in a good one.
The $50,000 smart money incentive for Grade 1 winners has been extended to Uncle D's foals through 2025. Now he is also a Ruby Buckle stallion. Uncle D, poised to be a difference maker, standing at Lazy E Ranch. New Mexico offers year-round racing for both quarter horses and thoroughbreds. $60 million are paid out to New Mexico breds annually, including Albuquerque's $1.2 million futurity. Senor Buscador, winner of the world's richest horse race, is out of a New Mexico bred mare. Buy at the New Mexico bred sale and the Ruidoso Select sale. The smart money says New Mexico is the place to race.
Back to the Triple Crown Report. We're joined via Zoom with Hall of Fame broadcaster Tom Dawson. And Tom, unprecedented, these races moving to Albuquerque.
Yeah, Tim, I don't ever remember my long association with Ruidoso ever having to actually physically move races. There have been situations where weekends were missed, time, things had to be adjusted, but the total movement of races, I believe it's unprecedented for Ruidoso, but not entirely nationwide. Saratoga ran the Belmont this year because of work on the Belmont grandstand. And back in the 80s, Arlington Million had a fire in the grandstand, and while they were rebuilding, they moved the Arlington Million to Woodbine. So there is a precedent out there for moving major races. It just never happened at Ruidoso before.
And we might remember during COVID that we moved the horse sale to Oklahoma. So we will be moving the horse sale up to Albuquerque as well. Had a chance to visit with our general manager, Rick Baugh. Here we are at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack after the flash flooding that occurred this past weekend. We have General Manager Rick Baugh here. And, our hearts are broken, but we must move forward, Rick.
Oh, you're absolutely correct. They are broken. However, We got to keep the wheels on the bus, and we've got to proceed.
And so the decision has been made to continue the Ruidoso Downs meet at the Downs of Albuquerque.
Absolutely. I got great admiration for the owner of the Downs of Albuquerque. He stepped right up, as well as Zia Park. They're working with us as well. So the racing industries come together. We'll move the meet to the Downs of Albuquerque, and the owner, Paul Blanchard, has said it will be your meet. You run it the way you want to, but with my good friend Don Cook, we'll get this done, and we'll run our Triple Crowns, and we'll get the rest of our stake schedule. And it's safety, and we got to look after the safety aspect of it.
That's most important. And I understand that the horse sales, both New Mexico bred and the select sale, will both be held in Albuquerque this year.
Yes, sir. We've already been working. We're going to place it in Tingley Coliseum, so that there again the safety. But our staff is ready to go, and we're looking forward to it and putting on its best a sale, fabulous sale, I'll say. So we're excited. Our bridges, our culverts were compromised is the main reason when we flooded yesterday. This area has never experienced this kind of flooding, so you can't beat Mother Nature. You just can't, and she showed us yesterday who's in control.
We're making the best of a bad situation. However, we want everyone to know that horse racing will return to Ruidoso Downs in 2025.
Oh, absolutely. We're working with federal agencies at this time. There's so much to this that the public doesn't understand, from FEMA to the Army Corps of Engineers to the USDA to Homeland Security, that we're having to work with and, get the repairs done. But we're not stopping. Come back next year. We'll be bigger and better as usual.
And just the hard work and dedication that everyone has made thus far in trying to keep the meet here. But we have to move to Albuquerque for the safety.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, from our contractors, our track crew, all of our employees, everybody has given it 110%. We hate it because we know that it's going to have an impact on the economy for the village of Ruidoso and let's just say Lincoln County as a whole. But we've got to keep the Triple Crown going, and we've got, our obligations that we've got to meet. And we hate it, but we've got to do it.
Northbound I-25, here we come.
Northbound I-25, here we come. And I got to give it to Johnny and Janet Trotter. They've just been amazing. But they've just said, go, get her done. So that's what we've been doing.
So here we go. The balance of the meet will now be at the Downs of Albuquerque. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Well, all summer long, or part of the summer anyway, Rick and his crew have battled these floods, and they've been able to repair the racetrack, but finally it just got so overwhelming it couldn't be done anymore. Fortunately, there's a place to go. The All-American and other major races will be run, and I think that's right now the important thing. The horsemen are going to get to run for all that purse money.
That is very important, and that racing will return to Ruidoso Downs in 2025. We'll be right back and talk about a horse that you may not know much about that's headed to the All-American when the Triple Crown Report returns.
At Paragon Farms, time is the #1 investment in each of our sale yearlings. Success in breeding and selling future champions isn't built on luck. It's the result of intentional planning prior to conception. At birth, a 2-year progression begins. Daily hand walking is a valuable tool we use to produce good manners and confidence. Our sale prep program consists of carefully managed feed, monitored exercise, and group turnout. These proven methods equip our yearlings with the tools necessary to be prepared for the sale ring and the demands of training. Seeing our foals transform into yearlings and athletes is extremely gratifying to the team at Paragon Farms. We invite you to stop by our shed row and see the difference for yourself.
One Famous Eagle is a top 10 all-time sire in earnings and stakes winners. His latest champion is aged mare Famous Shining Star. He is the only stallion since 2012 to sire 3 All-American Futurity winners and 2 world champions. One Famous Eagle is number 3 all-time with $42,000 in average earnings per starter and has sired the earners of over $38 million. Put history on your side. at Granada Farms.
Lip Chip is calling all horsemen who are ready to bring their born to the next level. Stop letting technology be your biggest enemy. Lip Chip is built by horsemen, for horsemen. We know how you ride. The HoofLink system, powered by Lip Chip, provides you peace of mind, keeping track of horse identity, health documents, and horse performance, all stored securely with the help of your phone or tablet. First, be sure your horse is equipped with a low-frequency, ISO-compliant microchip. We prefer thermal chips placed in the lip. Next, be sure your horse is enrolled by a preferred provider or Lip Chip personnel. Now you're ready to download your app and start scanning. Daily temperature checking has never been easier. Track performance and check in and out of equine venues with ease. So simple, even a child can do it. Let her rip, Lip Chip. Visit hooflink.com to get started.
Kiss My Hawks, a two-time AQHA racing champion and multiple Grade 1 winner of more than $1.1 million. The 2012 Sorrel Stallion is by Tempting Dash out of the Tres Ace mare Romancing Mary.
Kiss My Hawks! Kiss My Hawks wins the Rainbow Derby from Sam Crow and Moon and the Eagle.
Kiss My Hawks progeny have earnings of more than $11.6 million from just 8 crops to race, placing him in the number 1 spot as the leading 2-year-old sire of 2024. Kiss My Hawks, standing at Lazy E Ranch. Back to the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. Tom, you kind of gave me a little bit of a nudge about a racehorse that we think could be very strong in the upcoming All-American trials, Kempton.
I was really impressed with him, Tim, when I saw him run at Remington Park and win the Heritage Place Futurity very, very handily. Heritage horses don't always translate to the All-American 440, but this is one I think just might do it.
We caught up with Kempton and trainer J.J. Gonzalez on the backside. JJ, we have a star coming from Oklahoma, having won the Heritage Place. Tell us about Kempton.
Kempton, we picked up this colt in the spring and in Oklahoma, and we put him in a schooling race, and he worked really good. He ran a very impressive trial race in the Oklahoma Futurity. He got bumped around for about 100, 125 yards, and they opened up, and he beat him light. The plan was to take him to the Sam Houston Futurity, but since he was in Oklahoma, that owner opted out of that and decided to go to the Remington, the Heritage.
And the Heritage, it was an exciting final. Just walloped him from the outside.
You know, we liked the 10-hole, and we just asked for the first 2 or 3 jumps clean, and the horse would do the rest on his own.
There's a lot of preparation that's happening now so that Kempton can be ready for the All-American trials.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's just not an overnight deal, you know. You got to plan your schedule as far as works and this and that, and you know, it's a process. JJ,
I knew you back when you were a jockey in the 90s. And here you are as one of the top trainers, and you've got a whole family that's helping you.
Well, Tim, I've been blessed. I've been blessed. My wife, she's a great woman. She's a great wife. She's a great mom. James III, Sebastian, and Matthew, and the twins are still in high school, but you know what? Everybody's involved. James and Sebastian, they pretty much run the show, and I overlook it. You know, if they have a question here or there, whatever, we talk about it, and then we come to agreement, and we move forward.
You have to like the way things are going, though. It seems like, especially in these New Mexico bred races.
I'm very thankful and grateful for the people I got behind me as far as owners. You know, they support me, and they have faith and confidence in us, and they let us do what we're supposed to do. You know, and that makes my job easier, and you know, a lot of success goes to them also. You know, I got a great crew as far as gallop boys, jockeys, grooms, everything. You know, I've been very blessed. Interesting that Kempton will start in the All-American trials, having missed the Ruidoso and Rainbow. Have a lot of horses been able to succeed in doing that plan?
Well, some have, Tim. It's kind of a mixed bag. I've never been totally in favor of waiting for the All-American, but it has worked on occasion.
Well, we will update everyone on the Rainbow, Derby, and Oaks next week on the Triple Crown Report. Brought to you in part by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, Paragon Farms, Lip Chip, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, Kiss My Hawks, AQHA, and the New Mexico Horse Breeders Association. See you next week for the Triple Crown Report.